of 5 for the national championship, and Penn State in the white opens up with the service error. Point to the Badgers, who are in red and black. Anne-Marie Hickey, the senior from Oswego, Illinois, serves it short, and Slay gets blocked in the middle by Thomas and Thompson. Both these teams had hot starts in the semis, and they kept their foot on the gas the whole way, both winning in impressive fashion. And we welcome our national audience to Key Arena here in Seattle. The NCAA championship match just underway in the opening set, best 3 of 5. The 12-seed Wisconsin in the red and black, the 2-seed Penn State in the blue and white. Beth Mowens, Karch Karai, and Maria Taylor with you. And for the first time in the 33-year history of this NCAA tournament, it is an all Big Ten final. Penn State seeking a record-tying 6th national championship, and Wisconsin looking for its first, and they would be the lowest seeded team to ever take home the trophy if they can get the upset tonight, as Deja McClendon scores for Penn State.
Well, the monster just got even scarier 2 days ago when Penn State probably played its best match in the last 3 years since they won in 2010. But we also saw Wisconsin that day slaying down another monster, the #1 seed in the defending champion Texas.
Thompson slides out to the right for the kill. All Big Ten national final. First time that 2 teams from east of the Mississippi are getting together in the championship match. And this is the 3rd meeting of the year. Penn State took down the Badgers twice, and they took them down hard in the regular season, needing just around an hour and a half to take care of business in a match in October and another in November. As Ariel Scott gets the kill for Penn State. But this Wisconsin side, Karch, the remarkable story this year in college volleyball, unranked in the preseason, decimated throughout the year with injuries that didn't matter one bit to them. They are undersized again tonight, as they have been all season, as they continue to defy the odds.
And they've come in with a new coach, a new freshman setter, and a new attitude and a belief that they can contend in a very tough, clearly probably the toughest conference, the Big Ten, that has now put 2 teams in a final for the conference first time ever.
And there is Kelly Sheffield. This time a year ago, he did not even have the job yet. He was still the head coach at Dayton. And after 5 years of missing the NCAA tournament, the Badgers are back. Of course, his counterpart, Russ Rose, 35 seasons on the Penn State bench with the 5 national championships. He's already a Hall of Famer, and he was named this weekend as the National Coach of the Year for the 5th time. Tough pass from Morales, and this will get Penn State a free ball. Micah Hancock, their All-American setter, shoots it outside to Megan Courtney. Point Penn State. And we are even at 5 apiece. We will play to 25 points. You have to win by 2. If we go to that 5th set to decide it, it's a race to 15. And the kill for Wisconsin and Haley Nelson. Each side also gets the 15 substitutions, so you'll occasionally see teams subbing in for defensive purposes as well as serving purposes. And you have that libero in the different colored jersey that cannot attack. They can do everything else. And how about Wisconsin here, Karch? A couple of blocks early on.
Penn State 2 days ago had 3 hitting errors until almost the very end of the match against a very strong Washington team. Penn State already with 3 hitting errors, and the score is only 7-6 in the first set. A very different complexion to this match. Wisconsin doing some things to stress the offense of Penn State.
Hancock, who has been attacking more in the postseason, got the kill right there. Dumping it over. Another slide behind and the Badgers beat a solo block.
Yeah, and you're seeing that a lot. I like what Lauren Carlini, the setter, is doing. She's setting fast behind her head, and she's getting a one-on-one. You see number 18, Deja McClendon, as the sole blocker for Penn State. It's a very difficult set for two blockers to get up on. Not enough time. Same thing repeated the other way. Micah Hancock doing such a nice job for Penn State, returning the favor.
Nia Grant, the junior from Warren, Ohio, gets the kill here.
You can see what space there is between those two blockers. That's why setters run that play, and hitters do very well with that off. Certain hitters can hit that with that layup approach off one leg.
We expect to see tremendous things from both these setters tonight. A pair of All-Americans. There's the freshman bumping it, Carlini. And Hancock, the junior for Penn State, missed on that swing wide. Already 4 service errors here in the opening set. A first title at stake here for Wisconsin, for Penn State. Stanford has 6 Division I national championships. Penn State could tie them with a win here tonight. Hancock looks for Deja McClendon. Popped up with the defense. Anne-Marie Hickey, the libero. Slay will try this time, and Katie at 6'6" is the tallest on the court tonight.
And keep an eye, one of the big storylines from 2 days ago was Micah Hancock's serving at the line. She went on 2 7-point runs against Washington. The first time Wisconsin controlled her serve. Let's see what happens now. That left-handed serve is a wicked one. It curves to the passer's left, and they get a near ace.
And McClendon finds the corner for the kill.
The opportunity, though, all started by Hancock, so this is going to be really important for Wisconsin to shift over and try. There's those 2 service scoring runs that she had 2 days ago, forced Washington to burn 4 timeouts in those first 2 sets.
Off the tape and over. Carlini looking to set up Morales. Back outside, Ariel Scott, who leads Penn State in kills this year. Here's Morales trying to tip, blocked by Penn State. Hancock, Slay in the middle, got it. Point Penn State.
And Slay was also, everybody was money 2 days ago, but Slay has been scoring with this. We call that a tight quick or a front one. The hitter wants to be up in the air or just leaving the ground as the setter contacts the ball. Slay has been devastating with that particular attack throughout this tournament. And another opportunity now for Penn State with that pass going off the net.
Morales.
Tough matchup with Morales. So at 5'7" against a 6'4" blocker.
And something that the Badgers have been successful at all year, Coach. They're shorter most often, but they are tooling the blockers and not worrying about going over the top of them, as Thomas gets the point to even things up. And then misses badly wide right outside of the antenna. Point Penn State. So the first time Hancock serves, Wisconsin holds her to just the 2 points.
Yep, she's already had 2 turns and only scored twice. She scored 71 at a 71% rate 2 days ago. Normally, you're doing great if you score a point for every 2 serves that you make. She was scoring a point almost every time she served.
Dominique Thompson, the junior out of Plymouth, Minnesota, had 12 kills and 5 blocks in the upset win over Texas in the semis. Hancock looking again for Scott, gets the kill. The 6'4" senior out of Ridgewood, New Jersey. And the last couple of seasons, a first-team All-American for the Nittany Lions. This is the libero, Dominique Gonzalez from San Antonio. Got it across with the tape job and the ace.
This one clipping the net, but even before it clipped the net, it was moving wildly. Servers in this type of serve want to hit the ball with no spin. There's another one with no spin. It'll take a knuckleball effect.
Chapman, dug by Gonzalez. Grant couldn't put it away. Sliding behind Thompson. And a whistle against Hancock with the double contact. Point Wisconsin. Both these teams served it so well in the semis. It was a big advantage for both sides in their wins.
Yeah, Texas, the #1 seed, could not handle the serving of Wisconsin. Wisconsin put them completely out of their offense. So far, Megan Courtney, attacker for Penn State, #17, the outside hitter, has really been sharp, hitting with range, hitting with lots of different shots, getting the ball to the floor. And then in the other semifinal, Penn State's serve was devastating also against a very good passing Washington team, champion of the Pac-12.
There's one of those substitutions. Lacey Fuller on to serve. Thomas out of the back row. Penn State with the coverage. And again, it's Courtney. And this time the hitting error. Point Wisconsin. Carlini serves it to McClendon. Good defense again there by the Badgers. And now Hancock looking for Grant. Popped up again. Courtney high off the hands. Carlini to Chapman, and it's stuffed. They tried to attack over the shorter setter, and Hancock alongside Grant sent it right back. Doing a good job thus far, digging a lot of balls. 5 hitting errors already for Penn State as well. That matches their total from the semifinal. And that will drop wide, point Penn State. For the Nittany Lions at home to beat Brooklyn and Utah, then hit the road to beat Michigan State. And that thrilling region final coming from behind in the 5th set to knock out Stanford, and then just dismantled Washington in the semis in one of the best performances we've seen in the semis in quite some time.
Left a lot of Husky fans baffled and stunned here in Key Arena in Seattle.
6 different Penn State players with a kill thus far. They've been spreading it around. Thompson leading the way for Wisconsin. She's got 3. Here's Deja McClendon, who did not score real well in the 2 regular season Penn State wins, as the Badgers pick up a point.
What presence of mind by the middle blocker for Wisconsin, #13, Haley Nelson, to look up. Lots of times middles fail to do that, and the ball drops.
McClendon down the line for the kill. Deja was the most outstanding player in the national championship match as a freshman, and this senior class trying to bookend their careers with championships.
And they were all talking about how they had that opportunity last year. They reached the national semifinals and just didn't feel like they were playing for each other nearly as much. They've worked hard to change that culture and feel like they're playing much more for each other. That's really, they don't feel like they're playing, they're a lot better as players, just a better team.
That ball did find the floor, point Penn State. And McClendon's most outstanding player honor. She has an opportunity tonight to join this short list. Megan Hodge, K.O. Burdine, and Lauren Ketchamani, the only 2-time MVP award winners. Penn State on top here in the first.
The NCAA Women's Volleyball Championship is presented by Northwestern Mutual, proud to be an official corporate partner of the NCAA.
Key Arena and the national championship trophy. Outside on the inside, 18-15 Penn State. Let's take a look at Planning for Success, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual.
It was just 2 days ago Hancock went on those huge scoring sprees. She'll get another chance at the line very shortly. Wisconsin so far controlling it well, and also Penn State with a big height advantage. For Wisconsin, setter Carlini does a great job of creating space for her hitters, and they have been fighting through and hunting down what they feel are the best teams around Penn State, Nebraska and others in the Big Ten. They're going after the big ones. They did it against Texas.
We've talked a lot about their fighting spirit and playing with tremendous confidence right now. And what a play by Fuller to somehow keep it alive.
And the dig by Fuller.
Hancock in transition to Slay, and Katie Fuller. That won't be in the box score, but Penn State fans will remember it.
And Kelly Sheffield doesn't like the up, but what a cover. You just got to get the ball to hit you, and when you're ready, as Fuller is there, she keeps it alive. Coach Rose said she was huge in that monster match they had in the regional finals against Stanford. They were down 9-6. They came back to win, came storming back to a 12-9 lead in that. Lacey
Fuller, the junior from San Diego, with the defense. And then the nice pass. Carlini bumps it out to Morales, tries to tip it over the top. Hancock on two. Penn State 5 points away from the opening set. And a timeout called by Wisconsin.
Micah Hancock with her left hand presents some real challenges for blockers, because she can set, she can jump hard and choose to set, or she can jump hard and attack, as in that case. And the blocker opposite her, Demi Morales, not ready for that play at all. You got to be aware when Hancock's at the net.
4 straight points there for Penn State. For the NCAA championships, our coverage continues with the FCS championship games Saturday, January 4th at 2 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. For more information on the NCAA FCS championship, visit NCAA.com, your home for all 89 NCAA championships. And Karch, it's a good time to point out as well that Hancock was recruited by Penn State to be a setter, but she was a hitter throughout her high school career. And we saw again on that play the advantages of a left-hander sometimes to surprise you with that southpaw attack.
And Coach says, you know, if you were to just roll a ball out there and let them do anything, she'd probably be hitting, not setting. And you can see it, how she actually hits. She attacks from behind the service line.
How about some more from Maria?
And one thing that Wisconsin's really been talking about is hesitation. And when you have a front row setter, you do have to stay in front of the play, especially Demi Morales, who's supposed to be shadowing Hancock on that play. But that's something that Kelly Sheffield's really been driving home in all of his huddles.
20-15. Hancock already with a couple of kills to go along with 13 assists and a couple of blocks. On the Grant serve, it goes long, point Wisconsin. Badgers will send Anne-Marie Hickey back to serve.
And this isn't a particular rotation. That's an opportunity for Wisconsin to score. They scored in the very first play of the game. They only have to worry about Slay as an attacker and also Deja McClendon.
Carlini just missed it wide. Point Penn State. They'll make a substitution here.
And now Hancock.
Here comes Hancock.
Comes for her third turn at service. Keep an eye on how this serve will curve as a left-handed curveball going from her left to right. She hits it toward that corner a lot.
3 aces and 3 errors in the semi without an ace thus far, and that's her first service error. It's a 4-point set, and here's Courtney Thomas. She was their starting setter last year, set early this year, and then handed the reins to Lauren Carlini and moved to the outside. And Deja McClendon with thunder and lightning in that right arm.
Boy, did she bring it, and it was as if the blocker for Wisconsin, Morales, wasn't even up in the air. Through a huge hole in the block.
She'll float one over. Carlini looking at Morales. And Demi, on her 21st birthday today, gets the kill.
That's going to be important for Wisconsin. They're getting very little production out of that left side, that front side attack. Penn State having much better success out there.
Morales now serving. Hancock chases it down. Scott. And now here come the Badgers. They'll look to Chapman. Stuffed by Slay. Now it's Thompson. Penn State able to push it over. Carlini again, Thompson. Courtney got the tips on it. Slay.
And this is Micah Hancock's favorite time to get the ball is in transition, as the rally goes from any team going as blockers and defenders right back into hitters. Katie Slay delivering again. 6
kills already for Slay. Hancock, a little too much traffic on the Penn State side. That'll give Wisconsin a chance. Thompson stuffed by Courtney. Solo rejection. And it's set point.
A one-on-one situation, but Courtney dives into the angle stuff, and 24th point.
Best blocking team in the country this year, Penn State. Thompson dug up. Courtney will get the first swing at it. Carlini tried to tip it across on 2. Popped up nicely by Hickey. Here's Chapman. McClendon reaches for it. Scott tries to finish. And Chapman able to put it away deep on the tip. They save a set point. Here comes another. Hancock looking for Scott, and that'll do it. Penn State wins the opening set 25-19.